What's happening, guys? This is Lucas, and as you can see, today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. It's Halo Reach, providing some variety to the channel, even though it is a COD competitive channel. I know, guys. But I wanted to provide this video for you guys because it's a game that I really enjoy, and I wanted to speak more about, and because I just enjoy it. And I encourage any COD players or Halo players out there, if you play COD, when you're bored of COD, play Halo, and if you're Halo and you're bored of Halo, play COD. I mean, I just like these games, and I thought I'd give a little talk about it. This game starts off slow, as you can see, but I do end up with a flawless gameplay, 14-0. It's not the best one, obviously, and I don't consider myself some MLG pro or semi-pro. I think maybe I'm above the average player, but yeah, that's what I think. So I'm going to provide my views on both games. It's not going to be like which is the better game, but I just like what I prefer and like in either games. So yeah. So as a COD competitive player, I'm not a pro again, but as a COD competitive player, it's reasonable for me to start with something that is to do with competitive, and that is GB. GB is a website on the MLG website. MLG stands for Major League Gaming, and it's an American company for gamers that want to play competitively and improve their skills or win money, because it's obviously tournaments and stuff. And yeah, it's basically for competitive gameplay. So Modern Warfare 3 wasn't actually on the pro circuit. Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention Modern Warfare 3. Sorry, not Modern Warfare 3. MLG has two sides to it. It has the pro circuit, which is basically the group of pro players that earn their living, well, not really a living, but earn money from playing games, and also the GB side, which is game battles, which is for the average player to try out their skills against others. So yeah, so both of these games were actually on the pro circuit last year, I believe. I'm not sure about this year. I think Halo's on it this year, but not Modern Warfare 3 because of a few problems with LAN and setups and stuff. It wasn't really fit to be on the pro circuit. But I think Halo was. Black Ops was as well during its season, but as I said, not Modern Warfare 3. So both of these games do appear on the pro circuit and are featured in live streams and competitive games and tournaments and stuff hosted for them. Among them are things like StarCraft, League of Legends, amongst others on the pro circuit at least. I think those are the main four. There might be a few more. I'm not completely sure. But you can play a variety of games. So if you're like, I don't know, if you're a first-person shooter gamer or an adventure type, actually not really adventure type, mostly multiplayer games. If you're really good at this game, like some game, and you think you can beat other people at them, I would encourage you to try competitive. It adds a whole new dimension to the game, and it makes it much more interesting. But that's it for GB. And MLG and stuff. So the first thing that's different from COD in Halo is, as you can see, it takes much longer to kill people in Halo. And you may ask yourself, well, why is that? Well, that's for a few reasons. Halo, if you don't know, I can explain to you. You have shields, as you can see in the top center of the screen. You have two little bars. One is the longer one that goes over the sides, and then you have the kind of blue little bars. The nice straight one on the top that are just taken down right now are my shields. These regenerate in the game, and the bottom ones are health. You have to be more precise in this game than COD because you have to get headshots. If you get a headshot, it's a 1.5 damage multiplier to the body, so you kill much quicker. Therefore, precision and accuracy is really, really important in Halo. Unlike COD, I would say, because mostly if you can just hit them anywhere and they will die. Well, maybe if you like shoot them at the legs, it will be kind of inefficient. But most you don't really need to aim for headshots because you basically kill people in 2, 3, 4, 5 at range with submachine gun bullets. And snipers usually one. In Halo, snipers take one bullet if you get them to the head, but two bullets if you hit them in the chest. But that's about the damage. The setups and equipment are kind of similar, but not exactly the same. You have two grenades in Halo, but you can also pick them up, and you can also pick up these sticky grenades, which is one that I have selected now if you look at the top left. You can pummel. It's not a knife. You can pummel with your hand, which is basically smacking them with your massive Halo Spartan hand. It takes 2 pummels to kill people unless you're behind them, in which case you assassinate them in a really, really cool way, as it shows a really awesome assassination-like thing. You have a pistol and yeah, the primary weapon. Unlike Call of Duty though, you have preset classes, and these are linked to game types. So for example, you have Team Slayer, which is like Team Deathmatch, and it's 4v4. First team to like 50 kills wins. Though you have different types of Slayer, if you will. You have DMR Slayer, which is Slayer DMRs, which is basically this gun that I'm holding now. This is Slayer DMRs. You can have just normal Slayer, which is Slayer with assault rifles. You can have Elite Slayer. It goes on and on and on. You pick maps and stuff. Vote for maps, just like in COD, I guess. So that's another similarity. But I think that's the one thing that I do kind of prefer more about Halo, is that it does take skill, a bit more skill, to kill people in Halo. You don't usually get fluky kills, and you have to be really precise with your grenades if you want to kill people, and I think you have to be a bit more precise. Also in Halo, unlike COD, well, not really unlike COD, but more so than COD, teamwork is a major asset, because if you work as a team, you can really take down enemies really easily. Since it takes a while to kill enemies in Halo, if you have a double team against one guy, that one guy, unless he's like really amazing or you just really suck, the one guy will not win those gunfights, and you will either get a trade, and the second guy picks up the one guy who killed your teammate, or you will just kill that guy anyway. So teamwork is really important in Halo. And you have to time your shots. As you will see with the DMR, when I shoot, the little cursor goes out into the outside and then it goes back in. What I mess up with these shots right here is I don't time them, and I keep on missing them and missing them and missing them, and therefore my teammates pick up the kill and I don't. Similarly to COD, you get assists, and assist points, and so on. Although the scoring systems aren't really that important in my opinion. What else is different about Halo to COD? A few things that I've only got like a minute more. The maps obviously look a bit more futuristic. Halo is more futuristic. I mean, it's set in the future, which is it's not very noticeable. It's not really an important little thing about a game. To be honest, I think it's how fun it is to play a game like in Halo and Battlefield. In my opinion, when you kill a person, it's much more satisfying than in COD, because it takes long, and you know, after every death, and you have to like wait. You have to have a respawn delay, whether it be 3 or 4 or 7 seconds, depending on what you've done. If you like for some reason commit suicide on the map, you have to, in Halo at least, you have to like spend 10 seconds respawning. But that's a few features of Halo. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it wasn't COD, but I thought I'd provide some variety for you people who might play Halo. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a rating if you want, and I'll see you later, guys.